Artem. Emily was a college student in a quiet, almost sleepy American town. The kind of place where everyone knew everyone. The streets emptied after sunset and doors were locked more out of habit than fear. She lived in a small apartment on the third floor, and Friday nights were usually uneventful. Her roommate, Jessica, had gone home for the weekend, leaving Emily alone for the first time in weeks. She had settled onto the worn sofa with a blanket, scrolling through her phone, half watching a late-night documentary about unsolved mysteries. The apartment was silent except for the hum of the refrigerator and the occasional creak of the old wooden floors. Emily liked the quiet, though tonight it felt different, slightly tense. At exactly 1:42 a.m., her phone vibrated against the coffee table. Unknown number. She frowned and ignored it. Probably a wrong number, she thought. But the phone rang again 2 minutes later, then again. Each time a brief single vibration that made her stomach twist. On the fourth call, curiosity outweighed caution. She picked up. Hello? Silent. Just faint static. She blinked at the screen, expecting some sort of prank. Hello? Who is this? She asked more firmly. Still nothing. Then came a soft, deliberate exhale, like someone breathing slowly but intentionally. Emily's heart started racing. She typed a text. Stop calling. Who is this? Seconds later, a reply appeared. Can you step outside for a second? Emily froze. Her mind raced. This had to be a joke, a friend trying to scare her. But the phone number didn't match anyone she knew. She debated ignoring it, but part of her, the part she hated admitting, felt drawn to it. She typed back, Who is this? What do you want? No response. The apartment felt suddenly colder. She glanced around at the shadows cast by the dim lamp in the corner. The hum of the refrigerator seemed louder, more menacing. The thought that someone might actually be outside the apartment door crept into her mind. She took a deep breath. This is ridiculous, she muttered aloud. It's just some kid playing a prank. But then the phone rang again, the same number. The vibration felt heavier this time, as if the device itself were pressing urgency into her palm. Emily answered, Hello? This time a voice, a whisper, barely audible. Emily, I need you to come outside. Her stomach dropped. Who is this? What are you talking about? A pause, then the voice continued, lower, colder. You left your window open. Emily's eyes darted toward her bedroom window. She always closed it before bed. Tonight, she was sure she did. But the curtains swayed slightly. The window was open. Her heart raced. She grabbed her keys and slowly stood, backing toward the door. Her mind screamed to ignore it, to stay inside, to lock herself away. But something compelled her to move. Part fear, part curiosity. She slipped on her sneakers quietly, careful not to make a sound. The phone buzzed again. She checked it. Another message. Don't look back. Emily stepped into the hallway. The air was colder than she expected. Her breath formed small clouds. She glanced down at the stairs, considering just running straight out and screaming. But she wanted answers. She had to know who or what had sent the messages. She reached the lobby, empty. The building's lights flickered, casting long shadows across the tiles. The exit door was ajar, though she was certain she had locked it earlier. She pushed it open slowly, the hinges creaking ominously. Outside, the night was dark and quiet. The street was empty, except for the faint glow of a street lamp across the road. Emily's phone vibrated in her hand once more. Another message. Almost there. Her pulse was hammering. She debated turning back, but then a sound made her freeze. A soft shuffle, barely audible, coming from the shadows near the alley. Hello? She called out, her voice trembling. Nothing. Another vibration. She looked down. The message this time simply read, Look up. Emily's head snapped toward the window across the street. A figure stood there, motionless, watching. She gasped and stumbled backward. The phone slipped from her hand, but she quickly picked it up. Another call, the same number. She answered instinctively, though she knew she shouldn't. The whisper came again. You shouldn't have come out. The words made her knees weak. She backed toward the road, her eyes darting left and right. No cars, no people. Only the streetlight and the figure in the window still staring. Her mind spun. Was this a prank? A stalker? She considered running, screaming for help, but something, fear, fascination, a compulsion she couldn't explain, held her in place. Suddenly, the figure moved, out of the window, down the fire escape. Quiet, swift, silent. Emily's heart raced. She ran blindly through the quiet streets, clutching her phone. She reached the nearest open gas station, where a clerk looked at her strangely. She tried to speak, but words wouldn't come. The next morning, her roommate returned. Emily's bed was untouched. Her laptop was still open. Her phone and keys were gone. No note, no sign of struggle. Police investigated. Cameras, neighbors, nearby streets, nothing. It was as if Emily had vanished into thin air. 3 weeks later, her phone was found on a bench near the river. Battery dead. Call logs intact. The last outgoing call lasted 11 seconds. And the timestamp? After she was supposed to have disappeared. The case went cold. A year later, another student reported receiving a call at 1:42 a.m. unknown number. When they answered, a voice whispered, "Can you step outside for a second?" Mark lived alone in a small apartment on the edge of town. He liked the quiet, the routine, evenings spent with a book or a movie. That night, he was half asleep when his phone buzzed. Incoming call. He squinted at the screen. It showed his own phone number. Mark laughed softly. Probably a glitch, he thought. Maybe the carrier. But a chill ran down his spine anyway. He answered. "Hello." Silence. Then a faint sound, his own voice, distorted slightly. Breathing. Slow. Measured. What is this?" he whispered. The line went dead. Mark sat up. His heartbeat quickened. He tried to rationalize it. Glitch. Prank. Maybe a friend using some app. Seconds later, his phone buzzed again. Another call. Same number. He didn't answer. Instead, a text appeared. "You don't remember?" Mark froze. He typed back. "Who is this? Stop messing with me. Look at your call history." He opened it. There was an outgoing call he didn't remember making. Duration, 11 seconds. Time, 2:17 a.m. Another call. Mark answered instinctively, though every part of him screamed, "Don't." This time the voice spoke clearly. It was him. His own voice. "You shouldn't have answered," he said. Mark stumbled backward. The line clicked dead. Then he heard it. Footsteps. Slow. Deliberate. Coming from the living room. "Who's there?" he shouted, though his voice trembled. Nothing. The phone vibrated. A message appeared. "I'm already here." Mark's mind raced. He grabbed a kitchen knife, pacing, eyes darting. Every shadow seemed alive. Every creak amplified. Minutes passed. Nothing. The phone rang again. He ignored it. The vibration kept coming. At dawn, he found his apartment door unlocked. He swore he had locked it. The window in the bedroom was open. Mark never slept properly again. He moved 2 weeks later. 2 months after that, someone else in his town reported receiving a call from their own number. And when they answered, a voice whispered, "You didn't listen last time." Daniel always ignored unknown numbers. Always. But one rainy night, the vibrations of his phone pulled him from sleep. Unknown number. He groaned, ready to dismiss it. But curiosity got the better of him. He answered, "Hello." A trembling voice. A young girl, barely audible. "Mom?" she whispered. Daniel froze. "I think you have the wrong number," he said. The girl's voice shook. "Please, don't hang up. He's standing right behind me." Daniel's heart raced. "Who's behind you? Where are you?" "I don't know where I am," she replied. "He took my phone. This one was left unlocked." Suddenly, there was a sound. Heavy breathing. Footsteps. Daniel sat on the edge of his bed, frozen. He tried reasoning. "Call the police. Do it now." "I can't," she whispered. "He'll know." The line went dead. Daniel called back, straight to voicemail. For 3 days, he received no messages. Then, at 2:03 a.m., the same number rang again. He answered immediately. A calm male voice spoke. I believe you spoke to my daughter. Daniel's chest tightened. Is she okay, he asked. She's home, the man replied, soft but unnerving. But she learned things she shouldn't have. Daniel hung up, trembling. He reported it to the police. But the number was unregistered, untraceable. Weeks later, a new voicemail. Only one word. Mom? Daniel never discovered who the boy or girl was, or why they had called him. And now emergency services occasionally get calls from untraceable phones. Always at night, always whispered.